What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new video where we will look at the potential candidates who could replace Jurgen Klopp after this season. Xabi Alonso is the frontrunner according to Chris Boscombe, who is a very well-known and respected Liverpool-based journalist close to the fire. So if he has said that he's the frontrunner, you can bet that Billy Hogan and the other Liverpool chiefs are already talking to Xabi Alonso. But there are a lot of other candidates and we will take a look at them. Roberto De Zerbi is another favorite, but at the moment the bookmakers' favorite is Xabi Alonso. If you were in charge of selecting the next Liverpool manager, who would you pick? That's my question of the day. Let me know in the comments below, and also leave a like on this video if you enjoyed these, because the outpouring emotion that I saw from you guys in the comments, and also thank you so much to all of you who wished my brother well in yesterday's video's comments. If you haven't already heard, my brother has fainted 1 week ago and he's now in the intensive care unit in a coma. Yesterday we got actually some good news that his brain scan came back positive, so he has some brain waves that are responsible for deep sleep and meditation, and the doctors are still trying to bring down the inflammation in his body. He has a lung inflammation, not sure how to call that in English, but that's getting slowly better with antibiotics, and every day is a process. We are visiting him today in the hospital with my wife as well, and we don't know how long his care will have to be. We might need financial support for that, because when he gets out of hospital we will be on our own, and yeah, I don't make a lot of money. So guys, if you can help in any way, just subscribe to one of the tiers on Patreon, because you get additional content and additional benefits if you do that, and also I get more money to keep for myself. If you donate on YouTube takes like 30% cut, but it's a one-time donation, so you can do that as well. Thank you so much to all of you guys who already donated and who will donate in the future. It really means the world to me from the bottom of my heart. And also, Billy Hogan stated that Liverpool will operate the same way as when they recruited Jurgen Klopp, by doing a lot of research, a lot of due diligence, using the data they collected from all the managers. And that's why a lot of Liverpool fans think that Xabi Alonso is the prime candidate. But some Liverpool fans think that Roberto De Zerbi has more advantage comparing to Xabi Alonso, because at the top level of management, Xabi Alonso has been managing 64 games. So he's pretty much a rookie, and yes, he has done absolutely brilliantly at Leverkusen, but it's still a big gamble hiring a rookie manager like Xabi Alonso, who will have pretty much 1.5 seasons in charge at the top level football club in one of the top leagues. Roberto De Zerbi has more experience, and he is also a man of the people. His personality is I'm not saying similar to Klopp, but there are some similarities, and I think Liverpool will do their due diligence. But I don't want the Liverpool fan base to react if it's not Xabi Alonso and somebody else, like it's a letdown, and then the new manager like Roberto De Zerbi is a brilliant manager, and he has done really well with Brighton. He made Brighton qualify for the first time for the European competition. So if for example Roberto De Zerbi comes in, I don't want the Liverpool fan base to already sneer at him and feel that that's a letdown. We need to support the next manager fully, and boy will he need it, because to follow in the footsteps of Jurgen Klopp is almost an impossible job, because Jurgen Klopp literally was the perfect manager for Liverpool, both in terms of his talent, his skill set, his knowledge, but also his personality, the way he is. That's what Liverpool fans will miss the most. We absolutely loved and adored Jurgen Klopp, and not just because he's a brilliant manager and he brought us so much joy and so many trophies. He won literally every single trophy there is to win at Liverpool, so he completed the set. He ticked every trophy off. But the way he was, the way he is, the way he speaks, the way he conducts himself, his belief systems, he was like a member of our family. that we are losing in Jurgen Klopp, and that's why there is like a grief and mourning among Liverpool fans. And there was a brilliant article from James Pearce where he told the Republic that when the Liverpool staff and the Liverpool players learned, and they learned just yesterday that Jurgen Klopp is leaving, it was complete and utter shock. It came out of the blue. Very few were choosing to know that Jurgen Klopp is leaving. And the fact that Liverpool kept a lid on this and it didn't leak out to the press for 2 months is pretty much a miracle in today's age. And it shows the dedication of the Liverpool ownership and the Liverpool staff, who actually knew that Jurgen Klopp is leaving, that nothing came out of this in the press. And that's pretty much a first in today's day and age of information spreading like wildfire. And when Jurgen Klopp was talking to his players, Jurgen Klopp actually made a joke that his early exit was partly their fault, because Liverpool had reached such a high level so soon. Last season was an absolute disaster for Liverpool, and this season I think Liverpool just wanted to get top 4. Jurgen Klopp wanted Liverpool to get top 4 to start the rebuild. Jurgen Klopp didn't expect Liverpool to be in the title race and to be so good. He talked up the talent in a youthful, vibrant squad, and he felt that he could pass the Liverpool manager job to someone else because Liverpool are in a very good place. In a weird way, Liverpool being so good accelerated Jurgen Klopp's departure probably by 1 or 2 seasons. Being able to leave Liverpool in a good place, his legacy means everything to him. Even in his opening press conference in 2015, oh my goodness, 9 years ago, 9 years of our lives, Jurgen Klopp made us so happy, and I'm forever grateful to the man. 9 years ago, in his first press conference, he said, "It's not that important what people say when you arrive somewhere in a room. It's much more important what people say about you when you leave that room or that group or that scenario, or in this case, that football club." And boy, the way people are speaking about Jurgen Klopp, I think once he will have his final game, he will get so emotional, because this city, this football club, it means everything to him. And he said in his press conference, Liverpool is the best club in the world, with the best people around the club and the best people supporting it. And the way that the Liverpool fans react to tragedy with resilience, with togetherness, it's a role model for Jurgen Klopp even, he said it himself. So credit to the Liverpool fans, the way they conduct themselves in times of adversity, in terms of things getting really tough. And he probably thinks about Hillsborough and all the other tragedies that happened to the Liverpool fan base, and the way the Liverpool fan base react to adversity even taught Jurgen Klopp a lot, and that says a lot. And he said that the biggest honor for him is to being adopted as an honorary Scouser, an honorary member of Liverpool, the city, and that makes my heart so full as well. So Jurgen Klopp said that the players did have a lot of questions when I told them that I'm leaving the club at the end of the season. I spoke to them all together, and then a few players after that individually. We have a really strong bond. Usually when a manager is in the dressing room and talks like that, he got sacked. It isn't like that because of the things we achieved together. So that is why my responsibility is so big. We had last year's situation, and I think a lot of managers would have got the sack, and that was never my intention to do that. There was never any intention to do that, and my responsibility grows and grows. So when it is not right anymore, I have to tell the truth. Jurgen Klopp wants what's best for Liverpool. And if let's put a scenario where he doesn't leave, he stays, he tells nobody that he feels that he could burn out very soon. And we go into next season, and next season again it's full throttle, and Jurgen Klopp in the middle of the season feels he can't do this anymore, or his body breaks down and he gets sick and he goes into the hospital, and he says in the middle of the season, I can't do this anymore. And if he doesn't do it with 100%, then it hurts Liverpool as well, and he doesn't want to hurt Liverpool. He wants to help Liverpool as much as possible. So the active search for the new manager starts now. No approaches have been made, according to James Pearce, to any candidates. The leadership, of course, knew this time would come, so they are probably doing data analysis and looking at all the potential managers. They probably draw up a 20 or 30 manager shortlist. And no disrespect to Steven Gerrard, I hope he's not on it. I saw some newspapers already linking Steven Gerrard with the Liverpool job. He was probably alongside Kenny Dalglish, Liverpool's biggest legend. But as a manager, he's just not good enough anymore. He's not even good enough for a Premier League club, as he has shown at Aston Villa. So Liverpool were wary of the impact of news leaking out that they were contacting agents and pursuing alternatives while Jurgen Klopp was still in the job. So the news is out there about his departure that is no longer a concern. So now Liverpool probably start talking to potential candidates for the Liverpool job. The big uncertainty at Liverpool is that Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold, three of the cornerstones of this Jurgen Klopp era, are all inside the last 18 months of their current deals, and they are waiting for talks to commence. But they probably want to know who the next manager will be next season and what kind of project Liverpool are going to have next season before they sign. So Liverpool would, in an ideal world, we would want to announce the next manager before the season ends, which would be pretty weird while Jurgen Klopp is still here, but I think it's necessary because then you could say to players that we want to sign, here is our project next season, either Xabi Alonso or the Zerbi or somebody else is in place or will come in place, and we will have the same ambition to win everything, and we will support the new manager with a lot of money, because that's what FSG need to do. They need to support the next manager even more than Jurgen Klopp. They supported Jurgen Klopp because Jurgen Klopp was a literal genius of a football manager. I don't think anybody, not even Pep Guardiola, could do what Liverpool did under Jurgen Klopp. If Pep Guardiola came in, when Jurgen Klopp came in, I'm convinced, and Jurgen Klopp went to Man City, for example, I'm convinced that Liverpool wouldn't have even won as many trophies as we did. Xabi Alonso is regarded as the front runner, according to James Pearce, and understandably so, given his bond with the club as a player. I mean, Xabi Alonso said that he felt the most at home at Liverpool. He said which club he preferred out of Bayern, Real Madrid and Liverpool. Xabi Alonso was asked. It was strange because I thought I would feel at home in Madrid due to it being the country, my country, Spain, but compared to Liverpool it wasn't. Liverpool is like my second home. And of course he didn't say it now, but he said it before. So Xabi Alonso would come home if he became the Liverpool manager. That's how he would feel. So I think if Liverpool presented him with a really brilliant project, and I think we will, then Xabi Alonso would love to sign for Liverpool. That's just my feeling. And Xabi Alonso was even asked about this in a press conference. He said, for what Jurgen Klopp did at Liverpool, I have great respect and admiration. It's a huge surprise in Liverpool that Jurgen Klopp is leaving. My focus is here in Leverkusen. Speculation is normal. I have big motivation. I'm very happy working with these players. Of course, he can't say that I want to go to Liverpool publicly. He has to say these things. But privately, I'm sure that he waits for the phone call from the Liverpool owners. And maybe those phone calls have already been made, who knows. But I think Xabi Alonso is the prime candidate. De Zerbi is also pretty close second, I think. The other candidates, potentially Zinedine Zidane, even though he doesn't really speak English, and I don't think he understands Liverpool's culture, the football club and everything. He's a very good manager, don't get me wrong, world-class manager, but he's not a great fit. Like when Brendan Rodgers was sacked, we were linked with Jurgen Klopp and Carlo Ancelotti, and I always preferred Jurgen Klopp because his personality just fits in more with the Liverpool people, with the Liverpool fans, and with Liverpool as a football club. Carlo Ancelotti is a brilliant manager, world-class manager. He would have done well at Liverpool, but he couldn't have done what Jurgen Klopp did at Liverpool. Completely rebuild this club up from the ground up, and now we are one of the best clubs in the world. And we are going for the Premier League title again. We have been linked with Julian Nagelsmann, who is only 36 years old, so he is very, very young, and who took over as Germany manager last September. But his contract runs out in 2024 after the Euros, so he would be available then. The pair previously shared the same agent, Jurgen Klopp and Nagelsmann, Mark Koschitske, and Klopp described Nagelsmann as a young horse and a big coaching talent. And the way he got sacked by Leipzig was, I think, harsh. He did a good job at Leipzig. The way he got sacked at Bayern Munich, I was meant to say. He was not sacked by Leipzig. Bayern bought him out of his contract. The way he got sacked at Bayern, it was a little bit harsh because Bayern in the end ended up winning the Bundesliga anyway with Thomas Tuchel. Nagelsmann would be like my third choice probably. Xabi Alonso would be my first choice. The Zerbi second, Nagelsmann third. And there is Ange Postecoglou, who we are linked with, who is playing very, very brilliant attacking football. But he only came into the Premier League this season, and I don't think he would be a great fit for Liverpool, and I don't think he's up there with the likes of Xabi Alonso or De Zerbi in terms of how good of a manager he is. Diego Simeone, absolutely no. I mean, his style of play just doesn't suit the way Liverpool style of play is and how we want to play as a football club. I mean, the style of play of Liverpool usually is high intensity, attacking football, and Diego Simeone is a high intensity, but it's defensive football. Luis Enrique is another interesting candidate, now manager of PSG. It's very hard to say how good of a manager Luis Enrique is, because PSG is so dominant in the French league, but in the Champions League they haven't been that great. And also, I think the big test with Luis Enrique will be the Champions League. If Paris Saint-Germain could maybe win the Champions League or get to the final, then I would consider Luis Enrique as a candidate. He was previously the boss of Spain, but he left that role after being knocked out of the World Cup by Morocco. Now, that is a big stain on his CV. But Luis Enrique was previously the manager of Barcelona, and he did brilliantly there. Between 2014 and 17, he won the Champions League, won 2 league titles at Barcelona, 3 Spanish Cups, the Super Cup, the Club World Cup, and the Spanish Super Cup. So he won absolutely everything with Barcelona. So he has a very rich trophy cabinet. But again, I'm not sure how much he speaks English, and I'm not sure how he would understand the Liverpool culture. So I would prefer somebody who is more similar to Jurgen Klopp and who is also familiar with the Premier League or with Liverpool specifically. So Xabi Alonso or De Zerbi are my top 2 candidates. Steven Gerrard, the name inevitably comes up, but he had an awful spell at Aston Villa, and the way Aston Villa have been rebuilt with Unai Emery just shows how incompetent Steven Gerrard was at Premier League level. He's just not good enough as a manager. As a player, he was my all-time favorite player. I didn't see Kenny Dalglish play or Ian Rush or the others. For the past 20 plus years that I've supported Liverpool, 23 years now, Steven Gerrard was my all-time favorite player. I absolutely love him as a man as well. But as a manager, he's just not Liverpool level. He's just not good enough. That's my assessment. Let me know who would you pick out of the managers that we've mentioned. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.